Great day to you all. For those more interested in some statistics, you can find this information on bls.gov where jobs were added and taken away. Other than that, let's get into the video. Jumping right into it, why did I almost quit this job? I almost quit because of the sensitivity with the equipment. I wasn't fully aware with the inward facing cameras and a lot of the things that goes on with this company reminds me of being at Stevens Transport, in which why I left the first place. You know, you have to watch certain videos. The collision warning on the trucks are so sensitive. I don't know, it's just, I don't like driving equipment that feels like it's controlling me. So I literally was looking for something else. At some point I stopped and I was like, this is not for the long term. There are great people that I work with who have encouraged and motivated me to stay. So I'm going to stick it out as long as I can. But yeah, I prefer booking my own loads. You know, I prefer shifting gears. You know, I do love and appreciate dropping hooks at night, all the time. My shifts, the longest it's been extended was 12 hours stretching out time. The shortest normally is 8 hours, okay? 8 to 9 hours are my regular shifts. But I literally was like, let me stop. Because with the way the market is set up, I might not be able to find something that compensates me the way that I need to right now. So I'm gonna stick it out and we're just gonna go from there. For this next clip, I want to bring some awareness to this because there are some great people who work here, and one of the young ladies looks out for me dearly.
Workers in Georgetown will unfortunately lose their jobs. International paper announced it'll close their Georgetown mill by the end of the year. Emily Deanne spoke to people about the bad news.
Neighbors say they are completely devastated. They either worked for the mill themselves or know someone whose life is now turned completely upside down. International paper announced Thursday they would be closing their Georgetown location, a source of income for hundreds of people for nearly 90 years. The company said the mill will shut down in stages, with a full closure expected by the end of 2024. The decision to close comes after another local steel mill already laid off hundreds of workers in the same area. Community members shared the local middle school held an emergency meeting warning teachers about the closure and how it would impact their students. Community members say parents losing their jobs so close to the holidays is going to hurt all of the kids in the community.
So let's talk about it for a quick second because I just saw the statistics. This is all public information, so it's not information I'm making up. This is just out there what it is. One of my sisters is a nurse. Another sister works for the government. And another sister, she'll be okay no matter what because that's just her life and set up. Why is it so hard for truck drivers collectively to come together and just go on a strike? That Houston port strike lasted for 3 days. They got what they wanted. They got what they needed. Granted, each man for himself, each woman for herself. People are the sole providers of their family, but if truck drivers demanded what they wanted from this economy, people wouldn't know what to do. Cars wouldn't be delivered, okay? Furniture wouldn't be delivered. Groceries, toiletries would not be delivered. The industry does need a change. It is declining. I do have the faith I have in me always says that it will change at some point, but it starts with us as drivers. It does. I think it was like on night 3 working at the company that I'm working for, and this driver came up to me while I was fueling up. Oh, so he was very concerned. What are you going to do when the Houston port strike happens and this, that, and third? I was not worried. I was not worried. I don't worry about certain things like that because when people demand, put their foot down, they get what they want. You just have to fight for it. To all those affected with job losses, sleeping in their cars, homelessness, variety of things. I hope and pray that it works out for you at some point, but this economy does need to change. I know I've shared quite a bit of information regarding what's on bls.gov and this news clip out in Georgetown, South Carolina. Now, it employs almost 700 people. That's a lot of people to let go before December 31st, early January. I do feel and believe anything can turn around between now and then because it's so many people. But I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what you think about anything I've shared so far. One thing I didn't mention regarding my job, I do appreciate that it is a cent per mile type of setup and also an hourly rate, which does help. Everything is drop and hook. Typically my shifts are 8 to 9 hours, as I already mentioned, and that's literally the highlight for me. I've had 2 live unloads out in Charlotte, in which I didn't mind because I was home. But other than that, no one bothers you, but you do have to watch your videos every single month, a select few. Hello lovelies, today is Monday, November the 4th. The time is approximately 3:42 p.m. This shift I'm not gonna record or cannot record so much because just one of those shifts. This is not a shift that I will be after work working out. We're going to go home, shower, then sleep, have great rest. So I'm going to pick up an empty here on the yard and head down 4 hours south, pick up the loaded trailer that's already there, come back another 4 hours north, drop it off at the rail yard, and we are successfully completed with our shift. So not much recording going on besides what's here. Hopefully your week started as great as mine. Let's keep going to the video. I just made it to the gym. Time is 5 o'clock in the morning, November 5th, Judgment Day. Due to some discrepancies on Friday, which I know for a fact I did log out of my logs, the tablet showed that I'd been on duty for 108 hours. So I could not go back to work till Wednesday the 6th. It is what it is. I typically like to just make the most out of my situation. I got so much done within those days off because I am Monday through Friday. And I know I logged out because my slip seat driver was like, yo, did you log out? And I said, just to double check, I did. It is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go down to South Carolina that night, and I was fine. We gonna work out and keep it pushing. I try to work out 3 to 4 times a week. I am eating healthier than before and moving consistently. This is the most exercise I get done. An hour and a half, 45 minutes at minimum is the duration of when I'll be in the gym. Trader Joe's is a little bit more pricier than Walmart and other grocery stores, but I appreciate the freshness with their produce, meats, etc. Their salads be bussin'. Now the salads are pretty good though. So if you never tried Trader Joe's, this is what it looks like. Great drinks. Fresh drinks. Yes. It's not bad. It's not for everybody, but back to work we go. The crane operators are pretty cool. It's a first come, first serve type of situation. They are more focused on getting the containers off of the train first before they attend to drivers, because as drivers we may need to flip taking a container off of a chassis to put it on another chassis for whatever reason, an inspection out of date, damage on the chassis, anything. You just have to wait. So I'm on my way to work and Shorty gotta eat. I never had this. I see it all the time. I never had this. If you are familiar with Viva chicken, Peruvian rice hit different. And I have to eat, I'm trying to eat heavier, whole bunch of carbs. A whole bunch of carbs and protein. I had some avocado, I already ate that. But when I say this will hold me the whole day, excited. I have I want to say neutral, but it's not as hectic. I have a reasonable run. You know, I figured that I like longer runs, one long run instead of like back to back to back to back to back. I'm cool off that, but I prefer just one long run. I do, compared to multiple runs. It's just less strain on the body and then the mind. So we're going to go pick up this truck, this trailer, checking at the rail yard, head down to South Carolina, pick up whatever we need to pick up there, come back to North Carolina, and keep the positive vibes going. Today's Wednesday, November the 6th. The time is 3:33, and yeah, we just blessed, man. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Whatever your heart truly desires, whatever you're searching for, let it come find you. It'll come to you at the right time. I promise it will. You know, quick pick me up on the late night tea does it for me. And I like these because they're organic and they taste more fresh than certain teas. But do what you love what you do. Let it work best for you. And I'm going to share something else with y'all. This clip, quick clarification, because I don't want no one to misconstrue this message from the last video. I'm focusing on consistency with posting these videos, but I want them to make sense. In the last video, I said something along the lines of, you know, I detach from people but so much, you know, my sanity. I will not compromise my sanity. Let me clarify this, okay? Because there's this amazing woman. I've never been told this before in my life. She said straight up, yo, you give up on people too easily. No. If a person sets boundaries and other people, they know what this person likes and dislikes, and they just continue to disregard these boundaries, it's but so much a person will tolerate and accept from other people to where it makes sense to detach. Keep people at a distance. People I don't talk to now, today, if they hit me up or call me, if they truly, truly, truly needed, I don't know, whatever it would be, like, I'll be there. Straight up, I'll be there because that's who I am as a person. I don't have to talk to you every day. I don't have to talk to you every time because that's not who I am. But I detach for my peace and I respect myself enough not to tolerate bullshit. For lack of better words.